Good morning, students. Today we have to continue the 11th chapter, Economics of Development and Planning. In this chapter, we have seen economic factors, non-economic factors and economic factors, vicious circle of poverty and planning we started in the last class. Okay, today we have to continue the rest of the concept of this lesson, which is case for planning. Okay, let us see the case for planning. This is economic planning is justified on the some topics. Let us see the topics one by one. The case for planning is justified on the following grounds. What are they? To accelerate and strengthen market mechanism. This is very important here. If the market mechanism is strengthened, the country will be developed. Okay, so they are saying here the market mechanism works imperfectly. If it is working imperfectly, illegally in underdeveloped countries because of the ignorance and unfamiliarity with it, there is no enough of awareness about the market mechanism in the underdeveloped country. That's why they are experiencing underdevelopment and undergrowth. The product factor, money and capital market are not organized properly. So, the factors of the production and product and money and capital are not organized properly in the underdeveloped countries. That's why they say unfamiliarity seen there. Therefore, the planned economy will be a better suitable or substitute for free economy. Okay, this only taken measure to these underdeveloped countries. So, the market mechanism should be accelerated and enhanced by the people or the government to remove unemployment. This is a main problem in the underdeveloped countries. We can say it is very dangerous to them. Capital being scarce and labor being abundant. So the problem of providing gainful employment opportunities to an ever increasing labor force is a difficult task. Okay, this is not difficult task to them. So employment opportunities. So providing gainful employment opportunities and ever increasing. But need for planning in underdeveloped countries is further stressed by the necessity of removing widespread unemployment and discussed unemployment in such economy. So the main aim for the planning is to remove unemployment in the underdeveloped countries. So because there is no capital intensive technology and capital formation. So scarce capital formation and labor. But labor is abundant but there is no job opportunities. This is the situation seen in underdeveloped countries. So to remove unemployment in the underdeveloped countries. This also enhancing their developing. To achieve balanced development. So in the absence of sufficient enterprises and initiatives, there is no investment they say, okay? Enough of enterprises should be there. Then only the investment will be there. That's why they saying, in the absence of the lack of sufficient enterprises and initiative, the planning authority is the only institution for planning the balanced development of economy. Okay? If there is no initiation taken by the private sectors as well as the business class peoples in the society means there is no development. Okay, there is no sufficient enterprises. So these are the problem experiencing by the underdeveloped countries. So here the government intervention is very essential here. They only the source. They only the institution for planning, maintaining the balanced development of the economy of the country. For rapid economic development, underdeveloped countries require the development of the agricultural and industrial sector, the establishment of social and economic overhead, the expansion of the domestic and foreign trade sectors in a harmonious way. So here the rapid economic development in the underdeveloped countries, if they increasing the rapid economic development in the underdeveloped countries means They require development in agricultural sectors as well as the industrial sector. They should concentrate both sectors and establishment of social and economic overheads. They should abolish the socio-economic background, backwardness, okay, and the expansion of the domestic and foreign trade sectors in a harmonious way, in the peaceful way, within their boundary. The domestic trade should be done by harmonious way. So to achieve balanced development by the government only here taken measures. Development of agriculture and industrial sectors. The need for developing the agriculture sector along with the industrial sectors arises from the fact that agriculture and industries are independent. Okay, industry and agriculture are interdependent because agro-based industries are, we know that whatever agriculture production going to enter into the agro-based industries, isn't it? So they interdependent. Reorganization of agricultural releases the surplus labor force which can be absorbed by the industrial sectors. Okay, the surplus labor and all force which can be absorbed by the industrial sector. After the agricultural sector, the industrial sector giving attention towards the surplus labor. And development of agriculture is also essential to supply the raw materials need of the industrial sector. Okay, raw material very important from the agricultural sector to the industry. So the development of agriculture and industrial sector is very important here. Then development of infrastructure. Development of infrastructure also in the agriculture sector as well as the industrial sector cannot develop in the absence of economic and social overheads. Okay, the buildings of canals. So the infrastructure of the industrial sector as well as the agricultural sector, these are the concept they have to taken. Canals, roads, building of building construction, railways, power stations, etc. is indispensable for agriculture and industrial development. Infrastructure involves huge capital investment, long gestation period, and low rate of return. The state alone can provide strong infrastructural bases through planning. Okay, not only the industrial sectors and agriculture sector create the canals and making roads, railways, power station. These are all indispensable for them. Here, the government in the state only can provide the strong infrastructural facilities to them through their planning. So the development of infrastructure very important here. The planning authority should be concentrate to achieve the balanced development, isn't it? That is the third topic. We know that to achieve the balanced development, they should concentrate the development of agriculture and industrial sector as well as the development of infrastructure and development of money and capital markets. The expansion of the domestic and foreign trade requires not only the development of agriculture and industrial sector along with the social and economic overhead, but also the existence of financial institutions. They should concentrate overall development of the underdeveloped countries and their agriculture sector, industrial sector, as well as the socio-economic backwardness also considered by them. And also they are very important for the trade and institution is money flow and capital market. This also concerned by the government. Okay, for the planning, they should concentrate the financial assistance to them. Whatever the money flow and capital markets they need, the requirement of the money and capital formation, they should advocate to them and providing to them. Then only the underdeveloped countries and all coming out from the crisis. Okay, this factor acts as an obstacle. Okay, difficulty to growth for the industries and trade of the underdeveloped countries. So planning alone can provide sound money market and capital market to them. Through the planning committee, the planning authority. Who is the planning authority? The government or the state is the planning authority. They alone can provide all those facilities to them. That may be requirements of the agricultural sector as well as the industrial sector, whatever may be. The financial assistant and financial institution providing by the planning committee or planning authority to them. Then they can overcome from the crisis or the problems or difficulties they facing there. The next topic is to remove poverty and inequalities. So they achieving balanced development means after that they have to remove poverty and inequality among the society. Planning is the only path open to underdeveloped countries. Through the planning only they can achieve. For raising national and per capita income, reducing inequalities and poverty and increasing employment opportunity to them. This is main aim of the government. If the government is giving betterment life of the people or betterment well-being of the nation, they should concentrate the balanced development and removing poverty and inequality. Equality they should provide to them. So reducing inequalities and poverty and increasing employment opportunities in the underdeveloped countries means they can increase their per capita income and moving towards the development. Has it happened in India in the last 65 years? Yes, we achieved. We achieved through the planning. Okay, through the planning only we achieved all the targets and goals. Hence, Arthur Lewis says planning is more necessary in the backward countries to devise ways and means and to make concrete effort to raise national income. Okay, planning is the device. This is paying the way to the means and make concentrate or concerted effort to the rise of the national income, per capita income, GDP, everything. Who said? Arthur Lewis says, okay, planning is more necessary, which is essential in the backward countries. Then only they can overcome from their backwardness. Okay. So in this video we completed case of planning or case for planning. Okay, what are the case for planning? The planning authority can measure the problems in the underdeveloped countries and whatever they have to take in measures here to accelerate and strengthen market mechanism and to remove unemployment problem in the underdeveloped countries, to achieve balanced development, to remove poverty and inequalities. Understood?